All right, everyone, it is here. Dokkan Battle's 11th anniversary has landed, and with it, we've got two gigantic new headliners from the DAIMA series, Kid Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Now, the hype is absolutely through the roof, but believe me, so is the debate around how these characters are designed.
So the big question on everyone's mind is pretty simple. Are these two the new kings of Dokkan? The answer? Well, that's where things get complicated.
I mean, just look at this. These new units are a complete paradox. On one hand, they have some of the highest damage potential we have ever seen in this game, plus a whole new level of defensive support. But on the other hand, getting to that peak performance is locked behind layers of pure luck and a super restrictive team. It's a design that has the community completely split right down the middle.
So the best way to really wrap your head around them is to think of them as the ultimate duo, the spear and the shield. Goku is the game's new ultimate offensive weapon, a spear that can literally one-shot bosses. And Vegeta? He's the unbreakable shield, not just for himself, but for the whole team.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the spear Goku. What's so fascinating here isn't just his raw damage number, but how he gets there. It all comes down to a brand new, totally game-changing mechanic.
And that new mechanic is the EX special attack. You can basically think of it as a supercharged version of a normal super attack. It's like a super attack on steroids. When you meet the right conditions, Goku's attack just transforms, unleashing this insane amount of damage and even buffing his allies.
And this, right here, this is where the gamble comes in. To get that insane EX special attack, you have to clear 3 hurdles in a row. First, you gotta launch a special attack. Easy enough. Second, that attack has to be a critical hit. A little harder. And third, even if you do all that, you still have to win a 77% probability check. It is literally a triple-layered roll of the dice every single time you want to see his real power.
So is the gamble worth it? Well, the payoff is a number we have never ever seen before from turn 1. We are talking about an attack stat that just blows past 100 million. It is, without a doubt, the highest raw damage potential in the entire history of the game.
But hey, he's not just some glass cannon. He also comes with all attacks guarded, a base 40% damage reduction, and he gets another 10% when you put him in the first slot before he attacks. On his proper DMI team, this means he can comfortably tank enemy super attacks that are hitting for 15, even 20 million damage.
Now let's talk about his partner, Vegeta. He isn't just a shield for himself, he's a shield for the entire team, and he completely redefines what defense even means in this game.
Okay, here's the revolutionary part. Under certain conditions, Vegeta just gives the all-out guard skill to his teammates. This has never been done before, and it fundamentally changes how you can run the DAIMA team. It's a huge deal.
This table shows you just how crazy that is. Take the other SS3 mini Vegeta, right? Before, he was a total defensive liability, getting absolutely vaporized by a 6 million attack super. With this new Vegeta on the team giving him support, he becomes a reliable first-slot tank who can actually survive a 15 million attack super. He goes from being a massive weakness to a reliable strength, all because of one character's support.
And don't forget, this shield can hit back, and I mean he hits back hard. With his built-in extra attacks, Vegeta can launch up to 5 attacks in a single turn, stacking his own attack with each hit and reaching some incredible damage numbers himself.
So, with all that incredible power we just talked about, why are these characters so controversial? This really gets to the heart of the community's huge love-hate relationship with them.
It all comes back to probability. It all comes back to the math. Even in the absolute best case scenario on turn 1, after you factor in his chance to crit and that 77% activation chance, Goku's real probability of hitting his EX attack is just 46.2%. It is less than a coin flip, and that inconsistency is where a lot of the frustration starts.
So this reliance on RNG leads to the 3 main criticisms you hear from players. First, their power is just inconsistent. Second, they have some major key issues. They need a full 24 key for max power, but they can't create the orbs they need to get there. And finally, you're basically forced to use them on the very specific DAIMA team to unlock their true potential.
Now, when it all lines up just right, the feeling is incredible. Like this player said, seeing that 100 million plus attack number pop up is one of the most satisfying things you can do in this game.
But for every moment of victory, there's a moment of frustration. The constant reliance on luck can make playing the team feel way more stressful than fun. Every turn feels like you're just pulling the lever on a slot machine.
And this comment right here, this perfectly highlights the core problem for so many players.
When that 77% chance fails over and over and over again, it starts to feel a lot lower, right? It creates this massive gap between the probability on paper and what you actually experience in the game, and that just leads to a ton of frustration.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What is the final verdict here? Is it worth spending your hard-earned dragon stones to chase this powerful but super frustrating duo?
But before you jump in and start summoning, you have to remember the anniversary dilemma. Part 2 is always right around the corner, and a lot of players are scared that even stronger, more consistent characters could be coming very soon, and that could potentially leave this entire DAIMA team in the dust.
So here is your cheat sheet. Let's make it simple. If you've already invested heavily in the DAIMA team, you should probably summon. These two are pretty much essential to making it work. If you're a newer or more casual player, it's probably safer to skip or wait. The team is just too specific, and there's likely better overall value coming soon. And if you're saving for part 2, the smartest play is to just hold your stones until we see what those new characters are.
And that leaves us with one final, big question. Is this high-power, high-probability design the new foundation for Dokkan's future, a permanent shift in how the game works, or is this DAIMA duo just a powerful but ultimately fleeting and risky gamble that's going to be forgotten in a few months? I guess only time will tell.